So I've got a few bottles of wine. I'm doing 3 of these today. And I want to let you know that I've seen the ones where they put the flowers on top, and I just think, for me, that was a little overkill for what this occasion is. And I just kind of I want to have flowers, but I want to keep it more delicate looking. So that's what I'm aiming to do. So you start with buying these corsage holders. You can find these on Amazon. I can put a link in it just so you guys know the products that I'm using. You're going to see there's this little edge where it comes with wire, and they actually have you putting wire around it or ribbon. So you're going to see I've kind of pre-made some of these. I put ribbon on it just so you can see. I glued it. You could use a glue gun, fabric glue, whatever you might have. So I went ahead and glued it. I gave myself a long enough tail on these that I can tie the ribbon and have a little bit of a bow on the back. The back is, I'm not really worried about it. I'm not a professional with bow making, so I'm sure some of you will have some amazing ideas. But for me, I'm just simply doing this. There is adhesive on the back of this, so this is what you're going to use to actually stick to your wine bottle. What you do is, I've already done this, but you will dip your floral into water. So just get yourself a bowl of water, dip it in for a couple seconds, you're good to go. You're gonna have what you need. I don't know how long this lasts. Maybe a couple days with the water. Maybe you add a little water to it. Somebody might want to put in the comments if they've used these before how long it lasts. But for this, it should be fine for my bringing it the same day. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the adhesive off on the ones I've pre-made. Know if you have a pattern with words, make sure you're putting it the right way. I'm going to place this, I think on this one, I'm going to place it to the side. So we'll do it to the side. And then I'm going to just wrap it around and make my bow. Again, I'm just doing a simple bow. I'm sure some of you have skill sets to make something fabulous, and that's great. Again, I'm trying to keep these kind of simple, just kind of understated versus some of the ones I've seen. I've seen people put tissue paper on it, and while they look great, that's not what I'm going for. So as you can see, I've got it here. So what I'm going to start doing is, well, before I even tell you, I got all my flowers from Trader Joe's. So Trader Joe's has great price flowers. I got 2 big bouquets. I got a thing of eucalyptus and a little pack of baby's breath. I spent $32 for all these flowers. What I did is I had to buy these 3 days in advance, so I kind of prepped them. I don't know if you know, at Trader Joe's, you can ask for a bucket when you buy your flowers. I live about 45 minutes away, so for me to take them without being on water, they're already like against the game at that point. So what you want to do is just ask them for a bucket. They'll fill it with a little water for you. It's just a nice little thing. So what I did, I brought them home, took all the flower leaves off of them, and prepped them. Cut them on an angle, put them in the buckets. In the buckets, I used the flower food that came along. If you buy something and you don't get flower food, I have found that a little bit of bleach in the water and even some vodka helps. It keeps your plants really perked up. So just a little tip. I had gotten from them some hydrangea. The hydrangea wasn't looking great. They were in the bouquets. If you're using hydrangea, use alum. It's A-L-U-M. It is actually something you can find. It's a spice, I believe, and it perks up your hydrangea. So if you have hydrangea that you want to use in a bouquet, I've done this before. Let them sit for about an hour in that alum, and it'll keep them strong. You won't get wilty flowers. The other thing I want to tell you that I use, and this product I saw on with other people using, is the Clear Crowning Glory. So it's just a spray, and I've put it on all my flowers already. But what it does, it preserves the moisture in the leaves so that the flowers don't die quicker, because everything's it's kind of like a coating that puts on it, but it looks natural, and it's great. You need about a half hour for it to dry. So again, this is the product. You can get it on Amazon. It works good. So I'm going to start with this, and just bear with me. Again, I'm not professional, just trying to have fun with it, just trying to make a fun gift. And again, if it turns out terrible, guess what? They get a bottle of wine. So how bad could it really be? All right, so I am going to start with, I've got eucalyptus, and I'm going to go ahead and cut this in pieces because you don't need really long pieces. So I'm going to do a couple of these, and I know I'm using a scissors. I do have a regular cutter as well, but what I want to do is strip a few of these leaves off, so that way I have more of a stem that will go into my vase here. And again, there's probably a wrong way. I'm probably doing things wrong. I know that they tell you that you should only go into foam one time because you create air bubbles, and that makes it so that your flowers can't drink up the water that's in there. So that's something that I've heard as well. Now I've got a couple roses, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Put some roses in here. And I know I gotta kind of look at this, so I'm sorry, I'm gonna kind of be angling it away from everyone while I do this. Let's see. And again, any leaves you can take off that you can do, it will help the flower be preserved a little bit longer. Okay, and I got some really pretty mums as well. Are they mums? I think they're mums. The mums, though, I will tell you the stems are not as strong. Like, try to pick flowers where you know the stem's going to be a little bit stronger. Otherwise, just make sure you can get it in there, kind of, you know, help it along to make sure you get it in. And while I'm telling you guys not to pull it out, come on, if it looks bad, pull it out and just redo it. Okay, I have no idea what this is, but I'm going to cut it apart. Oh, I think it's a carnation. It's a carnation. And again, strip petals. You can tell I like flowers. I'm not gonna know every single one, so please forgive me in advance for the shortcomings. These I thought were really pretty. These have nice strong stems on them, so we'll get one of these in there as well. And again, all of these have been sprayed with Crowning Glory, so they should be lasting you for a while. I have some filler flowers. I'm going to put some of these in. And this one I'm going to just cut the stem a little longer because I do want this to kind of be hanging a little lower than some of the rest there. And again, you may not have a creative bone in your body, but I feel like this is really hard to do wrong. You know, as long as you are enjoying what you're doing, I think that's all that matters. This one, I just am cutting it a little, or pulling off some of the stem. Actually, it's not going to work on that one. So guess what? That one goes by. All right. Again, I have a few more flowers. You know, it's amazing how many flowers this takes in order to actually fill it up. So that's why some of those big ones, you could go through a lot of flowers if you're doing you know, the ones where it's on top with a big block of floral. I just feel like there's so many flowers on that. I'm really struggling with these ones. These guys, their stems are not very strong, so I think those I'm gonna have to forego. Got some of that are a little bit stronger stem here. Again, be mindful of that because it's hard. You need to push it in, and it's hard if you don't have a stem that's strong enough to do that. And again, that's where I'm sure the professionals would tell you, oh, why are you even using that kind of flower? Okay, I'm gonna try some of these. Okay, and then some baby's breath. And again, baby's breath is great because it is inexpensive as a filler, but I feel like it really looks nice. You know, it's just a simple, again, I'm not going for over the top mine. I just kind of want them to look like a very simple creation. And I'm pulling some out. Again, I know you're not supposed to remove stuff, but I think when it comes down to, you know, when it comes down to what you like, a professional would get it right, I'm sure, the first time. I am not, so we're gonna just play around with it a little bit. And again, I'm sorry, I don't know the names of all these flowers, but I think I want to just have one more of the eucalyptus. Okay, so here's this one. I did it more on the side. I think that I want to have maybe something coming down here. So let me get more eucalyptus on that end. And again, pulling off some leaves just to give myself the ability to hold that. Okay, so here we go. Here's our other bottle. Do whatever you want. Have fun with it. Again, at the end of the day, they're getting wine, so maybe they'll share it with you. But have fun, enjoy. Hope everybody gets a little bit of knowledge from this. Again, not a professional. Just enjoy.